Hey man, let me out of this car.
Bass, bass, bass. Bass, bass. Bass, bass. Bass, bass. Bass, bass, bass. Bass, bass. Bass, bass. Bass, bass. Bass, bass.
hello. How are you? Got a surprise for you.
There's no damn surprise. Shit, you can carry everybody off.
Right?
How
Are
are you?
I'm good. What'd you think? You like that one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I'm red.
I was going to say, you're a little reddish for some reason now. All of a
How did
sudden.
that happen? I didn't. I was sitting here. It was
You
fine.
wasn't red earlier.
Here, let's try this.
What got you hot and bothered?
I don't know. I don't like being red though. Remember one time I was green.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. That looks better. A lot better.
Yeah. I didn't do anything. I was going to try something. Oh well.
How are you, Brad? How are you? Hope you have a great night.
Yeah.
Bobby,
so what's
Dan.
happening?
Oh, you know,
That
same.
Dan Kern?
Yeah, Dan
What?
Kurt.
He's been hiding.
I like Dan Kurt. Just a little bit. Just a little
Mhm.
bit.
He's been hiding.
Yeah. Looks like I'm sorry. I'm also looking at YouTube that I got pulled up on my phone down here. Just trying to see how it really pairs up as far as trying to watch it on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
You just like seeing yourself on more than one screen.
no, I got 3 screens going up here at once. That's no problem. Trust me on that.
Right?
I don't know. It just seems like it kind of lags a little bit as far as that part goes.
It probably does.
But I'm sure it has to some extent. It can't be like immediate, you know. It's got to have a little bit of.
Yeah,
To be
this
able to
program
broadcast the program
to that one, and to Facebook. So
Yes, sir. And I'm sure there's a way that we could get it to go to a couple other programs as well. Is that not true?
actually, with this software that I have, if I would just really research it, we could put it to anywhere we want. I think I need to do that to the website, so we don't have to. We could play music we want to. We could not worry about anybody's entrance. But the only problem is nobody on Facebook would see it, and nobody on YouTube.
Yeah, see, we got to, because we have a lot of followers on Facebook. If we lost Facebook, it would be I hate to say it, it'd be kind of our.
Yeah, it's a concern of mine. Come finals, if that's the reason I mute you guys' webcams, because if I don't, and somebody's playing music and Facebook blocks our whole feed, we in trouble.
That's why I definitely
hate relying on other parties for our stuff.
I mean, I agree with you, and you're 100% right on that aspect. But I mean, it kind of sucks if we don't, because everybody else is used to using.
Yeah, nobody would know.
Nobody would know anything about it, so it would kind of suck in that aspect. What's up, Zachary? How are you, sir? So, this weekend, what you got going on this weekend, sir? Where are you doing a show at?
I'm not doing a show, man. I think I'm going to be writing the judges rule book for us this weekend, doing some videos for us. Seems like I should be doing something else, but
making me a new set of stickers, because I'm out of stickers, and people get close to out of stickers, and people just constantly answering.
Need to order some more vinyl. Yeah,
people begging me for new stickers and more colors. And
man, I wish I had my box up here. I'd show you new ones I made.
Don't do it. Don't do it, please. No, please don't do it. No. Not until you ship them to me, because all my guys are going to be like, well, no, you showed me a month ago about these stickers. I'm like,
right. Right.
No, sir.
But if we knew they liked them, see, we could just cut more of them, right? I got some new ones, some trial ones,
They like them. Just ship them to me. Trust me.
Yeah.
Has there been anything that you shipped to me that I haven't been able to?
Well, that's true. That's true.
They like them. Trust me.
I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be coffee cups. I found another box of stuff up there I need to sublimate. I don't know if it's Beer Steins coffee cups or the pencil holders, which is a coffee cup without a handle.
The Beer Steins is actually good. All right. I kind of like that.
Did I send those to you?
No.
Yeah, I think I did.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh.
I think so. They were just it's a tall coffee cup is what it is.
Hell, who knows? What's up, Jeremy?
Hey.
I don't know. Oh no, maybe.
I
don't
think of the.
so. I know I got a bunch of shirts and all the oddball stuff like that.
Well, either no, I think I took them. I think you might have brought them from Slamology. I think you might have brought them home from Slamology, or either we sold them all at Slamology.
You must have sold them at Slamology because I don't remember it. I would have.
Well, I don't remember either.
Trust me, if it was a beer sign, I would have put
it's
it.
Just a tall coffee cup. That's all it is,
Right. Sorry. Weird.
Yeah. So hey, man, of the 6 people that we have watching, what do you guys want for classes coming up next year? That's kind of important, I think.
Be realistic, because in all reality, to make a class, we're going to have to get rid of a class.
Yeah, and I've already created another score sheet. This is a new score sheet. Nothing's really changing for all of you to just kind of really worry. We're just looking at get rid of a class or two and to add a class or two. And what we're adding is the extreme build demo classes, 2 of them. One of them will go from 0 to 30. The other one will go from 30 to 50. We have an efficiency class. That's the least classes.
That's the 5K. And that's the only classes that we're going to have. So quit asking for it. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry. I have a strong feeling about that, if you can't tell. I don't want to sit there and clamp classes all day. It takes 2.
Right.
If you want to know how efficient you're with this, buy a turbo. Buy a turbo.
Yeah.
You want to know.
So we created those 2. We're going to get rid of what's the sniper class. We're done.
Yep.
It will, whatever your build is, cone area, it goes just in the normal no wall class.
Yep.
And the judge will look in your vehicle and decide based on where your port is. If he thinks you're porting it up to trying to play port wars while everybody else is just metering, he'll either tell you can't meter here or you got to put it on the glass or whatever. So technically the way it's written is if your stuff is in front of the B pillar, which they are, you'll have to go on the glass. But if the judge, it looks in your vehicle and you got 2 8s behind the seat and you're not doing anything crazy, then put it where you like, just like everybody else. Up to the judge. Got to have a little common sense. And that's about it, man. That's all our changes. I'm trying to come up with names for those 2 demo classes and got rid of that one, or got rid of got rid of, that's it. Got rid of one. That's all we had to do.
Yeah, that's it. We're not making any big changes.
I think, let me compare.
We're going to definitely
might have got rid of another one. Let me see.
We're at the point where we're all having a great time, and just, everybody's doing everything exactly the same.
Yeah, I'd like to see SQ class because I like SQ. But that's a whole nother ball of wax, judges wise, and so it's tough to do.
Sorry. I don't know. It would be different, I guess, but it would be hard too because not a lot of people understand the SQ, Well,
the hard part about that is judges judging the same. That's the difficulty.
That would never be able to happen, as well as I do. That's why
there's some orgs that do it, and that and they've gotten pretty good at it. But it
they
takes
use the same judge, though, don't they, sir?
Huh?
I said, but they all use the same judge, though, right?
No,
like they have a judge that goes around and does all the SQ classes.
No. But they do. They are of like mind, if you want to call it that. They know one another. They you just don't walk up and go be a SQ judge. They got to know you. If you're a good org, they got to know you so they can talk with you. So you got the same terminology, that kind of thing. That's pretty important.
100%. It's not just about bass or just about highs and mids. It's definitely a nice blend.
Oh no, it's an install. I don't know. I guess they still do RTA. I don't know, but
I'm sure
it's a lot. It's a lot. I love it. It's my favorite format, hands down. Always has been. This org started as SQ.
See, I actually like going to them and kind of listening to him and all that. But as far as it's just there's a lot. Everybody thinks that it's expensive to do what we do, but that SQ stuff it's just crazy. Look at that. And then you talk about royalty, and then
Right.
the man himself comes in there. What's
Yeah.
up?
I'll tell you something else that's pretty cool, man. Let's talk about the demo wars. Y'all not doing them yet, right? But the demo wars we have
A little
is
bit every once in a while, but no, not really.
do what?
I said we have a couple of them every once in a while, but no, not really.
Yeah. So, but they that is basically SQ outside the vehicle, which I love. It ain't about it being loud. It's about it sounding good. But if two of them sound good, the louder one or the one that picks a better song is usually the winner.
Yeah,
I like that class. I like it.
That's I don't know. That's kind of unfair, though. I mean, so you're telling me if this judge likes this song, he's gonna make you win because that's his favorite song versus
If it sounds best to him.
I know, but that's not fair. I mean, I'm sorry.
You better know your judges.
When
Right?
I know, but when it comes right down to it, that's favoritism. It's not fair. There's no way of
Favoritism if you don't know what song they're gonna play. But if that song sounds better to you, then that gives you
if I know your favorite song is Highway to Heaven, I'm going to tune my system to Highway to Heaven to make it sound the best and the most amazing that it can ever possibly sound. Because
and
I
you
know
should
that's
win
your
because
favorite
of that.
song. But that's BS.
Well, it's not because you said it sounds amazing. You tuned it to sound amazing for that song. That's what you're supposed to do.
Because that's your favorite song, and I know that's what you want to hear as a judge.
But you made it sound amazing. It sounds amazing, period. It sounds amazing. You win. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Right?
And I've actually kind of thought about that as well. Making both a head-to-head class. I have kind of thought about that, but I tell you, believe it or not, actually down here, I've gotten a lot of people that have really liked it. And over the last probably 5 to 10 shows that I've had, people are really liking it a lot.
That's why I didn't cut that one. That
But
one was on the chopping block.
I don't go in there and set the thing as like a 153. Because I've got people in the crowd that's only doing a 136. And how fair is it for that guy that can only do a 136 and can't hit that 153 average to make it that high? So you'll notice a lot of my scores are low, but I'm keeping them low so everybody around can play that one thing. You got to know your system, and that's the fun part about it. What sounds good to you won't sound good to me. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. You are right on that part.
But that's why we have 3 judges. And we usually try to get them to be random, but oftentimes, we have to judge them. But
but he's right. Yeah, fun. 3 random judges out the crowd, and just you get a demo from him, and maybe
we used to do that. What was that class that Dan Current loved it?
Demo Dominator. I still
missed that class, man. That was fun.
Me too.
Yeah, that was good.
No, trust me. He tells me about it all the time.
We can put that back because he doesn't use a meter.
The only class I missed, the only class I ran was Demo Dominator, and you guys took it away from me.
So, guys, the Demo Dominator, what it was is you never knew who your judge was. We picked 3 of them. They asked you for demos. If you didn't give a demo, you got a 0.
That was amazing.
We just basically added the scores up.
Even Melissa likes that one too.
Yeah.
See,
yeah, me too. I enjoyed that one.
Fun. It really was to me. I love that because just like Billy said, you didn't know who your judge was. So
that was cool.
Go in there and hype everything up and make everything because you didn't know.
Yeah.
But you better know if somebody asks you for your demo, you better say
right.
Because you might say no, and that might be your judge you said no to.
That back in. Yeah.
It was fun though. It really was. I wish you could actually bring that class back.
We could easily because, like I said, it doesn't. Right.
We need to bring that class back for Dan Current. Everybody say it loud. Yeah. Bring that class. Oh no, sorry. Definitely. Dan, I know you're in here.
We'll call the class instead of Demo Dominator. We'll call it not
Dan
today,
Carey
Dan.
Not today, Dan. Not today. Dan,
we got you. We got you, man. I talked about your comment earlier. You must have been.
Yeah, he said, "Is everybody ready for Grand?" I am definitely ready. Definitely. Run it, Dan. Yeah. That's one of the shows that I'm having this weekend. I actually have one here in, I want to say it's Gardner, Kansas, but I'm not exactly sure. But yes, Gardner, Kansas. It's Team Flatlands. It's a pop-up show that we're having down here to kind of help out everybody that needs an extra show or whatnot. Make sure you guys look at the page. On my page, personally, I've shared it. I know Base Wars have shared it 100 times because I did it. But yeah.
Right. Hey, we're getting somewhere.
But yeah, just remember, we have all that stuff that as far as shows or any events or anything that we have is under on Base Wars page. You have to click about and then you scroll down and you'll be able to see all the events and stuff that we are there. So
yeah.
What is
man? So I guess you saw the you saw the show they had in Africa, in South Africa.
Yes.
They had a lot of people. That was cool.
Boy, I looked at Sonya. I was like, we're going to have to step our damn game up. I said, we'd have to do all the Slamology to keep up with that.
Right. And they have some good classes. Had they not just had some people run the high voltage class, I would have chopped it because we ain't had nobody use it all year.
Right. If anybody in Texas wants a qualified message.
Let's talk about the high voltage show, man. What do you think we should consider? I mean, not high voltage show. I mean, the high voltage class. What do you think we should consider high voltage? Right now in the book, it's anything above 18.
18
What's
hertz?
the reality of people? What's the feasibility of people running 17? Right now there's some people touching 16. They're in the 15s, right?
I mean, you have some of them competitors out there that is running 18 volts. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, not very many, and that's very few and far. Very, very few and far. And I personally only know of a couple, and I'm not going to say who.
We're not going to measure it, but I'm trying to decide where that high voltage should be. If 18 volts is somewhat common, we don't need the class.
See, Jeremy's right. I kind of agree with that one. 17 and above.
Do they win?
17 and above.
Win?
I mean, they should, because how are you going to?
They should technically, but do they? Should we care?
Well,
is there enough of them to care?
No, I mean, and I'm sorry, and I don't mean to be disrespectful about that, guys, but no, not really. I mean, then it gets to the point where we're just making a class for everybody and everything.
Yeah, well,
I stubbed my toe last week, and I'm wearing a cast. So, could you make a cast for me wearing a cast?
So, if we're not going to check everybody's voltage, I mean, I don't know that it's worth really having it anyway.
That's the hard part about it is without us clamping, we're going.
Well, you can do it with a voltmeter.
Okay, well, yeah, or that too. I mean, we'd have to go out to everybody's system and put a voltmeter on there and actually watch it while they're running. Because just putting it on there doesn't mean that they're just waiting for you to walk away and they turn it up.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of that stuff, or a lot of them systems that can do that. So, I mean, without you physically putting that voltmeter on there and physically watching it the whole time that they make their run, how would you know?
Right.
You wouldn't. And I mean, no.
So if we don't do it, we're just saying, hey, you 10-volt guys are going to be competing against these 18-volt guys, which
that's the way it always has been.
Worry about, but
I mean, I hate to say it, but that's the way it always has been. Unless we want to get to the standards where, and I'm not saying any organizations' names, but there's some organizations where they put caps on their voltage.
Yeah.
That's where
But
they
like I said,
require. That's where they require you to have a voltmeter in your vehicle, and while you're running, if a judge walks over and looks at your voltmeter and you're above, say they set it at 16 volts and you're above 16 volts, he's going to tell you to shut it down and disqualify you.
well, before we make that rule, let me go buy some stock in Fluke.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't. I mean, I hate to say it. It is what it is. It's sorry.
Yeah.
So if he's
Yeah,
louder
well,
than you at 12 volts, guess
About
what?
that one. I'll keep thinking about that one, but and somebody else mentioned maybe making bullseye head to head, and I like that idea.
That's why still to this day I still run two of them on the meter so they can run it. But it's I don't know, like there's quite a few times when the guys down here from Springfield, when they're doing deathmatch, they love to run together. Isaac and Shannon and all them, and they're running deathmatch head to head.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was what we created it for.
Fun. That is fun watching them guys.
Actually, when we first did it, it was a call out
It was a call out. Yeah, yes, sir. It was all about that.
Yeah.
Well, you call him out for $100, he calls you out for $100, and you guys walk away with the money. It is what it is.
Well, we got our little portion of it too, but
of course, but yeah.
Yeah. So they would give us the money, we would hold the money, and then the winner took it. That was what I created it for. So death match.
Either you're lagging or I'm lagging, one or the other, sir.
You don't look like him.
Right there, yeah. Wow. I
I'm
don't know.
just turning the chair real slow, man.
That's the answer. High voltage. I know, but it's without us having to physically clamp each class or physically clamp each vehicle, and it's just I don't want to sit out there the whole time. I really don't. I want to enjoy the show. That's the whole purpose of me being a judge, is to enjoy the show and have fun as well.
Yeah.
If I ain't having fun, then why are we doing it?
Well, there's just many ways to beat that clamping. Like I said, and this is just like I'm talking about. If you can't police it, you might as well not have the rule, and that's why I attempt to get rid of it. But there are some guys in South Africa running over 18 volts, 18.4, 18.5, and
you're right.
Just one or two just showed up this last weekend or so. Previous to that, it was made for the other guys in Brazil with those big trucks that were on 240 volts. That's what it was made for.
Well, that's where, I'm sorry, but the judges should step in, knowing their competitors and knowing that that's a 240 volt system. And I'm sorry, but
oh yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to miss if it's a 240. No, this would be a big truck with a truck.
That should be a system. That should be a system that has to run under the extreme classes.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be able to run any normal class at all. They should have to run an extreme class.
They didn't try to run.
No, I know, but I'm saying personally, that's how I would do it. Personally, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, trying to read all that. Zillion amps are high. Yeah. You see, and Speedy, we love deathmatch. It is fun. I actually really, really like watching some of the guys just run it. It's fun as hell.
Right? What voltage do you run, RP?
Y'all better watch out with RP, because RP's getting ready to wake you guys up. He's getting ready to wake you guys up and let you know what some serious competition's about. And you don't see that 186 on his little thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
File picture, I guess, whatever it is. I'm sorry. He said 16.1.
Okay.
See?
Yeah. So I guess we probably don't need that high voltage if, the loudest dude in the world is 2 volts below somebody that's not the loudest dude in the world. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yes, sir. Sorry.
So there's been a development here. There's not really a cutoff. No, there's not. And I will give you guys some good news also. We just were made the ability to do this. But if you were not a member when you did some shows, we now have the ability to go retro and make it to where you can. We can. And it's not too hard to do. We didn't have the ability to do it. Now we do. But just got to pray that you used your name, because if you use a bunch of different names, now we can't help you. You know.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, well, I'm sad to.
Oh man.
Oh, that sucks, Brett. I'm sorry. Go ask Drew. I know Drew's probably got one in his damn shed. Or ask Steven. Shit, one of them has got one laying around the house. I know they do. Shit.
Yeah.
Everybody run to Brett's house. He needs that. We'll
Right.
get one, damn it. Come on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, man, that just sucks. I'm sorry, Brett. It really does. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Yep. So anybody that's needs retro stuff, y'all reach out to me, because I have the access your judges don't.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Brett. Good for him, but sorry.
Right. What else we got, Jimmy? Oh, you want to tell us about the awards for finals?
Maybe just a little bit. Just
Yeah.
a little bit. How about that?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Just a little bit. I can honestly say I haven't quite seen the rendering of it yet, but first place are going to be belts. And they are going to be sponsored by JY and Excess Power.
Yep, isn't that cool?
That is going to be amazing. And
Yep.
we've got some great minds working on them right now. So I have all the faith in the world on them and everybody that's working behind them. So that part's going to be amazing. I can't show you guys anything because I don't know anything yet.
Yeah, we don't have it yet.
I know, trust me, I say you guys are going to love them, trust me. And we've got things in the work for the second and the third place trophies as well.
Yeah. And Resilient Sound so far is on board to help sponsor them.
And
we'll get another sponsor or two. But so we want to prop up JY, XS, and Resilient for that.
Yeah,
you know, we appreciate them doing that.
100%. You know, we listened to what you guys said. We're trying to make everything seamless and flawless. You know, it kind of is what it is, you know, with a lot of trophies and awards and people helping out there. It's going to be, I think, pretty badass. I really honestly do. I think you guys are going to be happy as, pardon my language, happy as hell. I would try to kind of think a different way to say it, but happy as hell.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that they're not custom made by me. This will be the first award that wasn't custom made by me, because I do it better. Unified finals, that would be cool, but doesn't work for us just because we have so many different locations. You know,
because me and Billy talked about that too.
We don't have the money to spend a portion of $30,000 on a venue. But other than that, we wouldn't care. Yeah,
it'd be fun. Don't get me wrong. I think it would be amazing to actually do it. But like Billy said, you know, it's going to be hard. Or it would be hard. Sorry, for us to actually.
A lot of them, like these venues, man, they're paying a lot of money for those venues, and that's just not where it's at for us. You know, even a portion of it is, you know. It's hard. It'd just be hard for us to pay that. And they say get sponsors for it. Well, I don't really want my business to be dependent on sponsors. You know, I kind of like the way. It would be cool to have it in one spot. That would be awesome, man. Oh, I would love that, because you know, we all would like to have one big party. You know, next year we're going to shrink our number of locations so that we can have bigger parties, if you will.
You're right on that aspect too, RP. I definitely agree with you. Well, yes, definitely cheaper.
But even still, like with Iasca, there was 3 or 4 or 5 awards for that spot, and it was going to still be $10,000 plus some other fees and stuff. So I don't know what you call cheap. That's not cheap to me.
No, absolutely. I can't afford $10,000. $10,000 is a lot of money for me. That's more than I make in the last 6 years.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, no, it would be neat to do. I'd like to have a big party. That'd be fun.
We've talked about trying to see what we could do because trust me, we've both been in that same like, oh, we want to do it, and we've even thrown out like everybody have a show, your top 5 for each region, each place, whatever. We all meet together and then have one big show. But we're right back to the same thing. It's like, who's going to pay for it? Who's, it's a lot of money. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't want to use the word that we're a smaller organization and we can't afford that, but we're a smaller organization and we can't afford that.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
I mean, we're trying to
I bet the other org probably have a better profit margin we do. I think that, they've done it longer. They've been around the block, more than we have.
Are you gonna let Dan? Are you gonna let Dan Curran know the exciting news?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You let him in on it. Right?
Dan Curran, we're gonna bring Demo Dominator back just for you.
Right.
Well, not for you, but for everybody else. But we listen. We hear you cry about it. We're bringing it back.
Yeah, it was fun.
No, we really, honestly, Demo Dominator was an amazing class.
Yeah, it was fun.
Really sad when it disappeared, but it's coming back.
Yeah, and that was one where we did try to get like novice spectators.
I did. I would go find the person that had never been to a show before, and be like, "Hey, I need you to do me a favor."
Yeah. The problem with that is, though, I will tell you something I experienced with that is when it come time to do this, those people be gone. They done left the show.
You gotta hunt them down. Yeah, go run around. It's like, hey,
that was a problem.
I always make them go get a demo and come right back to me. It's like, please. I beg you, go get that demo and come back. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
So next year, Dan Curran, your class will be back. Is that going to be a finals class, Billy?
It would have to be in the location where they do the demo wars. You got to have the same judges, so it can't be all over.
Okay. Well, Demo Dominator is going to have to stay down here with me. Everybody's going to should be for Demo Dominator. Do you have to beat Dan because he's joking? We'll talk about that part and see what. But yeah, it'd be fun. It really would be. Glad to see Melissa back up and running down there in Texas and getting that all set up down there. We missed you. Appreciate you coming back. And hello.
I just thought about something, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
I had a good idea. We could run everybody's finals forum online.
What do you mean? We just go to their house
and run our lanes, and we would send, if it's a DB drag, we send a score to them. If it's a Mecca, we'd send a score to them. If it's a Usaki, we'd send a score to them. That'd be unified, and we could do it.
We'll mail them our scores. That way we can all stay unified.
No, we could set it up just the way we set it up so that they could input their scores and do the same thing.
That'd be funny. Or that'd be fun. That would be fun. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know, Melissa. I'm jealous that you're at the Crossfire show. Definitely jealous. I want to be down there with Roger. I want to go say hi to Roger and everybody down there. Damn it! Just saying, Roger. I want to come down there, Roger. Did I say Roger?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yep, that'd be a good idea. So let's see what else. See if we got anything else. So the demo classes, nothing changing.
Except for adding the 3 extreme classes.
Yeah. So nothing changing with the demo classes. We're adding some pro classes.
There you go.
Yeah. Nothing's changing with trunk classes. The C-pillar class, Warlock, we're going to open that up to anybody with a C-pillar. Pickup, minivan, whatever.
How's the pickup going to be a C-pillar, though, sir?
A bed, in the bed.
Okay.
A wall. A lot of them are that way already. So that they would actually technically have two options: wall or C-pillar. And then let's see. And honestly, that comes at the request of the competitors.
Appreciate that, Stacy. Or I'm sorry, Greg. That always it's the first name. I'm always reading the first name. I apologize.
Oh, I know it, man. You know what? I mess up on his name all the time, and it's probably because I bet that Kelly. So it's an EY, but I always put a Y. And
well, I always and for years I've always read the first name. Always.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
David, Wally, you know, Dan. I know what's followed behind it, but my brain only reads that first word.
Yeah. So the no wall classes are not anything. Nothing's changing.
Yes, sir.
So far, nothing's changing unless I hear from you guys that there's something we'd like to change, maybe a couple of inches or whatever. Open classes, nothing's changing. Oh, that's the old one. That's why nothing's changing. Let's see. The fun classes, there was something. Nope, nothing's changing there. Yep. Oh, nothing's changing. The pro classes is where the pros are. That's the people that want to peak above 53 in our clamp classes, right? Still the same 3 5K classes and the same 3 unleashed classes, kind of wide open. We're adding 2 demo classes. I'm still looking for some names for these. And they are, one is going from 0 to 30 hertz, and one will go from 31 to 60 hertz, right? Then we're also making the extreme crowd loud class, right? And I moved high voltage over there, which we may do away with high voltage. And if they do away with high voltage, we can put another class in. But I want to say something about the demo classes. The normal ones that you guys always use, certain peaks or whatever, like hot seat, the ones that are not frequency specific, we're going to limit those to 53 hertz also. From now on.
I always have that. I'm sorry, guys, but I always.
So crowd loud and hot seat will now, and mayhem will be limited, and deathmatch 53 hertz.
Under 53 hertz. Anything above 53, you'll get disqualified, just like any other class.
Have to do it again.
53 hertz and above is only for the pro classes. I'm sorry, it is what it is.
Yeah. And that's it.
Deathmatch as well, Jamie. Yes.
That's all the changes, unless Greg Kelly telling me something's changing.
Hang on. I understand what he's asking about the deathmatch. He wants to know if there's going to be a deathmatch for the extreme builds, because there is some extreme builds that's running deathmatch versus regular builds, and I agree with him. It's not fair. That would be like Joe Price running.
Now, here's the way this is going to work. An extreme vehicles, they will have to enter one of these pro classes.
Period.
In the story.
Period.
So if we delete high voltage, we could put an extreme deathmatch there. But these are not going to be very popular classes. Most people that run us don't run these. I could give you some numbers, but most of these are not. These are not. We're just doing this to scratch the itch for the people that want to run us, but they really more of a more diehard competitor. But there's not a lot of these guys, so we got to be careful about pulling from here and putting them here, because lots of people over here, but not many people over here.
We're going to break that down, and we're going to make sure every judge is on the same page. Billy's writing a rule book and kind of a guideline for every judge and everybody to follow. Mm-hmm. It will not be, Jimmy runs it this way, Billy runs it this way. There'll be none of that difference. It will be Baseworth runs it this way all across the board, period.
But they will still judge. So like I'll tell you an example. The guy that's got the Fosgate truck that came to Greg's show this past weekend, he's got a braced up windshield, right? But he's got the factory everything else. That's not extreme to me. you know.
Like my vehicle, I have a
Not extreme.
steel roof, but everything else from the B pillar forward is
Right. Not
fact-
extreme. Not extreme.
not extreme.
RP's van is extreme.
Yeah,
Right.
That's not. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. But we're going to judge it, man. We're going to use common sense. You can't write a rule. There's so many different ones. And for us to even think we could write a rule that would define a wall or a extreme build would be ignorant. So, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to use our common sense. Judge is going to have to judge. And then up to me, I will try and educate them how we do it. Not like that my way is the right way or not, but so that we all on the same page. We have a group that everybody's in, and everybody will be instructed if they got any questions to post a picture of that build in that group. There's enough people watching. We can all talk about it right then and there on the spot.
100%. And that way we have a collective decision. It's not somebody running off their hips or
right. Right.
But yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so, but I think that's, unless Greg tells me something needs to change with the demo classes, the bullseye could definitely be run head to head.
I'm glad that they said that because I had completely forgot about that. But
we have to decide that though, because if there's only one guy that wants to run bullseye, then you can't do it.
They don't need to run head to head. We'll just let them have their.
Well, the problem is this one guy says I want to do bullseye, so if you just let him run or let him try to get it, well, okay, he's done, and then somebody comes up and wants to do it later, And
as long as the show's not over, it is what it is. I'm sorry, but
I know. But
we quit running classes an hour before the end.
Yeah, you got it. So you either got to plan when you're going to run them and have them all there, because that could take a little time,
Well, bullseye for me, I just let them. Well, maybe that'll change. You're absolutely right on that aspect. But I just generally let them run. But I don't know.
Yeah, we completely stop that, or either,
Well, down here in my show,
last at least,
when I got the guys that want to run head-to-head deathmatch, they're all kind of pretty well. They all know each other. And they're like, hey, such and such running deathmatch, and I'm running deathmatch. Can we do it at the very end of the show? That way we can run head-to-head. And I tell them I'm fine with that. And I'm glad, they kind of, hopefully that you'll see. Here's the thing. And I'm saying this as a judge, and Billy will understand this, and all the other judges will understand this. If you want us to come to a show and you want us to run head-to-head matches, you please need to tell us that at the beginning before we get everything set up. Because if I'm halfway through the show and I've got it set up for single competitor, I can't run a head-to-head match because the way it's set up. I can't plug up everything else and redo everything because it's in competitor edition. If it was just a single show and a single whatever, it's different. But once you're in competitor edition, you can't change the standings. I can't change where it red lines. I can't change any of the settings at all because of it being in competitor edition. It's done. Once I hit start, it is what it is until the show's over.
Right.
So just kind of remember, and I don't know, maybe that's something that the judges just maybe need to start having automatically set up. And I'm sorry to be like that because I kind of run it that way all the time anyways.
Yeah. Well, once you change it a few times, it's not that difficult to do.
But you can't do it mid-show, sir.
You can.
Okay, well, you have to show me how to do that. I don't know how to do that mid-show.
Yeah.
Or head-to-head. Well, I know you can't change any settings, but head-to-head, that would be cool if you could do that.
Yeah, you're just changing display options and routing from channel A to this TV or channel B to this TV or whatever.
Okay, well, see, I just learned something.
Just takes a little practice, though, because you'll get confused because they're backwards. So you got to flip them. And anyway.
Man, somebody is lagging. It's probably me, which I don't know.
No, man. I think it's me.
I really do. Every once in a while you talk, hands are freezing. It's like, I'm like, what?
I usually reset my Wi-Fi box, but I'm sitting here, look, it's right here. And I got one bar of Wi-Fi. Something going on.
Well, yep. Mr. Chad Stooley, Christina, how are you? How's everybody in there watching us? We appreciate you coming over and saying hi. I can kind of see it on my other screen that's rolling over here. That you told me I got too many, but I can see that.
Right.
Yeah,
I think I should have reset my Wi-Fi before I started.
where are finals being held? Finals is being held right now by quite a few judges. I would say reach out to your judge and see if they're the ones that are having it, or maybe they can hook you up with the location that is. It's going to be via live with, I'm guessing, probably 6 or 7 judges right now. We're all going to be doing head to head.
So
That's basically so you guys don't have to travel. You don't have to for all the expenses. Everything else. Billy's trying to kind of keep it so it's fun and everybody competes. You know, the person that's only got $20 in his pocket and he can't afford to go across the United States to go to a final, can still be in and still have fun. So that's
right now we got a California location, Fairhope, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, somewhere in Kentucky, Newport, Tennessee, somewhere in North Carolina, somewhere in Indiana, and I think Michigan also. That's 9. And I could yours. That's 10.
Kansas City, Kansas.
Well, I don't know about Dan.
Kansas City, Kansas City, Missouri, somewhere.
I don't know if Dan's doing one up there or not. So Matt's 11 spots. Now you guys be spoiled this year because next year we're going to shrink them down some to where we only got 4 or 5 because we do want you to we don't want you to go to somewhere and there's 5 people for finals. You know, that's no good. And though we don't want you to have to travel across the country, we enjoy saving you money. We also want you to kind of experience the show, you know?
Yeah, because it'll get to the point where it's kind of boring. If I'm going to a show where if I'm going to a finals where there's only 5 competitors, granted, I'm competing via live all over the whole world. It's going to kind of get a little boring just sitting there talking to them same 5 people.
Yeah. And that's the pull for the unified or a big show, right?
100, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen. It'll, one of the 20,000 years down the road, maybe we'll get somebody that's like, okay, I'll pay for finals every year. Everybody go to this one location.
Now, I will tell you guys this. Most of the judges are assuming and think they can run their show off of a hotspot from their phone or something like that. They will fail and it won't be there. So though we are having maybe 11, we won't actually have 11. There's going to be some feeds. It's not going to happen.
Trust me, I tried. We did a post show to that and I tried using my hotspot and it was like spotty. So Billy was catching like every other score and there was people that was, no.
And I'll tell you guys another, and I'm open to suggestion on this. When they send me scores via, we got a group chat. So they send me their scores in there. Mm-hmm. When I am inputting the scores, it stops the screen of scores for you guys that you guys are watching.
Yes, sir.
So, but we got to input scores. So I'm trying to come up if anybody knows of a program or something that we could input those scores into that it would steady flash, something we could do. I don't know what really I could do. But anyway, I'm trying to think of a way around that screen stopping. So I remember you guys would say, hey, it's froze on this. Well, it wasn't froze. I was inputting scores and it stops when you do that. So if anybody knows a way around that, then we'll be down.
Definitely makes sense, sir, for sure. And I mean, we definitely got some exciting things rolling down the line, hopefully. We're already in the works for finals trophies next year.
Yeah, we're not waiting.
We're not going to wait.
Which only makes sense because listen, we're gonna promote JY and XS and Resilient Sounds and whoever else jumps on board. We're gonna promote them hard, but we ain't got but a few weeks to do it. And we're gonna do it for a few weeks after too, just because. But
really,
if somebody was to jump on and say they want to sponsor earlier, they get a year's worth of, worth of sponsors, a sponsorship or a year's worth of advertising instead of a couple of days,
You're back to looking like a Oompa Loompa again, Billy.
Oh, yeah, isn't that weird? Maybe I should, there we go. All I have to do is wave at the light up there.
I could help that one.
Right?
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Speaking
No,
of that, Sundown, I hadn't made a flyer yet, so I ain't putting the date yet.
because
But
he's
we
gonna,
might do this at finals, give these away at finals. But so Sundown gave us these, right?
they were badass. They would look pretty good in Jimmy's
Yeah.
truck. I'm just saying.
Yep. These are thin
Yep,
mount.
he said it.
What's that?
I said they would look pretty good in Jimmy's truck, and you said, "Yep."
Right. So yeah. So Sundown gave us these. We're going to be giving them away. You have to be a member to be in the drawing. But if every show from the Sundown Audio Show that weekend, if you run with us, you'll be registered to this. If you run with us 10 times, you're 10 times registered for these. So that's kind of how
they'll get you an entry for that. So them subwoofers.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. But yeah, David, we already use Streamlab and our StreamYard. That's what we use to do our podcast all of us use StreamYard.
Well, so it's the TermLab that stops that. So that even if we feed it from TermLab, it's going to stop no matter what. Even if it does to StreamYard, that's what we do.
Is there a way of you like feeding it without using TermLab? Just like keeping TermLab
Only
open.
if I type it into something like a spreadsheet or a, what do you call them things?
Excel
slideshow, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not real sure that would work, but I don't know that lot about that. So they all send their feeds to me, which is why I have to be at home with this terrible Wi-Fi. But I have good Wi-Fi normally, and anyway, what do you call it? It's just fiber, right? So I have to have a lot of bandwidth to take in all those streams. But I take this one program and I take in all the streams and I feed from that program into StreamYard out to Facebook and YouTube. That's how we do it.
Yeah, I don't know. What about, and I've always thought about this. What about, like, say for instance, you could set your son up in the room with you, and he could run under his account, his name, his everything, and all the judges would send him the scores on TermLab. And then on your account under StreamYard, you had all the stuff up and running under yours. Well, I guess you couldn't do that.
At some point, though, wherever the TermLab is the limiting factor, because you're taking in the scores and you're freezing them at the same time.
You'd have to have somebody over on the side into a different program typing the scores.
I had the genius idea to use more than one TermLab. That's stupid because you got to broadcast the scores.
Yeah, it still stops.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's possible. We just got to figure it out. I'm sorry. As handsome as me and Billy are, we're just not computer guys. We can use them. We'll figure it out. But
that worst case scenario, it'll be like it was next year. The only difference last year, the only difference this year is I've got somebody that's going to come here and help me input those scores. So I will be able to be a little bit more studious to watching the screen and switching over to something that might be happening. Because what would happen is there'd be something exciting going on, but I'm sitting here typing in the scores and I don't know it.
you see, Billy was like,
well, crap, missed that one. Right. So somebody else is John Tyler, my son, he's going to come input those scores during our show. Now, look, next year is going to be real exciting, man, because we'll have Africa, probably Trinidad, probably back involved in,
that's going to be.
Man, we may have a Germany, a Russia, a Moscow, and one other involved at the same time, And basically what this will probably wind up being is a finals weekend, inevitably, or maybe a finals day going from, say, 12 to 12, because the time difference is like Africa is 7 hours ahead of us in the central time zone. So, when
it came to something like that, how about saying us over here could run we have to run a 5-hour slot, and then we shut it down, and you keep all the scores to yourself. And then people over in Africa run a 5-hour slot. They shut it down and keep the scores to themselves.
You can't keep it to yourself because you want people to see the scores. I mean, it's a TV show kind of, right? So what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to leave it all at the table. They got to not sandbag because look, you sandbag, and then somebody comes along later and beats you. It's your own fault. So you just going to have to be a man instead of a boy and put it all out if you want to win.
I think I talked about that last weekend or the weekend before. It's like, you know, I've had it happen to me because I came out, I was sandbagging. I was louder, but I was like, I don't have to worry about it first round. I'm just going to put up a little number. And it hurt. You know, it's hurt a lot of people where they've went into finals knowing they were louder and they sandbagged trying to hold back, and it screwed them.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you don't listen to experience, you'll find out. Trust me. When it comes to finals, you better come in. You better put up the biggest number you possibly can your first round and be done with it.
Yeah.
And pray to God you don't blow nothing.
Right. I mean, you know, it's finals. You're supposed to be able to, you know, do what you do. So
send it. Just like my nickname, send it.
Yeah.
Turn that shit up all the way. Quit bullshitting, quit pussyfooting. At that point in time, you've babied it all year long. Send it.
Where's that button at, man?
Send it, baby. Send it.
All that cussing, man. You're going to get me in trouble.
Bullshit's not a cuss word. A bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit.
I wonder why I don't do it all the time. There we go.
You remember that little boy, that little bitty little boy that was around on the internet? Bullshit.
Yeah. So, but eventually that's what it'll be, and it'll suck to see somebody beat you when you know you could have done more.
100%, absolutely.
Everybody would like to be able to look at what's on the board and go for that, but somebody's got to be first.
See these shirts, everybody? Billy's going to try to reach out to and start to get some more shirts made.
Yeah, I definitely can.
They are $50 a piece. $50 a piece. So if you guys want one of these shirts, like a couple of people have said to me, reach out to Billy, hit him up at billy.org.basewars or whatever, or just hit him up on Facebook. I'm sure he'll, one way or another, or through one of the 15 social media apps out there, reach out to him and he'll hit you up. But seriously, he's going to be possibly doing some more shirts. You're right, Melissa. I love the shirt. I really do. Sorry. So
just reply to me. The rest of the plates are in customs, waiting to clear customs.
Yeah, definitely. Just reach out to Billy. He's gonna kind of try to figure that out again and try to get some more shirts ordered.
Yeah, I can. The guys reached out to me, do some more. I just hadn't been quite ready.
We all want another one. I want another one as well too. It's very comfortable, very soft. I actually like the shirt.
All the ones I bought for myself were too big. I bought myself 8 of them.
Me too, but no, I didn't buy 8 shirts. The 2 shirts that I bought for myself were big. The men's are big and the women's are small. Just remember that. So if you wear an extra large, order a large. If you're a medium in a woman's, order a large. So it's backwards, seriously. But just remember that. If he orders it from the same company.
Yeah, I am.
Very well.
Yeah. I get him. He's a basehead. He's a fellow basehead from Mexico there.
Okay, absolutely.
He's just. I think it's the same guy that makes the DB Drag ones and all those others.
I think he does the USACs and everybody else's. Yeah. Absolutely, yes, sir.
Man, I don't know what this is. I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I don't know what that is.
Are you?
Wes Strickland would be the guy that would know. Wes Strickland. Or you can go on our Facebook page under events and see if it's there.
About and then events.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. All right, Billy. Well, I mean, you got anything else you want to chit chat about tonight?
No, man. You told them about the awards. We told them about the new stuff on the new changes there.
Yes, sir.
And which is not really many, you know.
Yep. Just like we said, we're going to try to kind of keep that limited. Or Billy's going to try to keep that limited. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, me and Billy from now on Thursday nights and hopefully the rest of the podcast, we're going to try to start limiting our podcast to not being quite as long, not to bore you guys and like keep you a little interested.
Yeah.
So that's our goal. You know, if it gets to be where we got 5 or 6 people in here and we're talking and it's really interested.
We got 9. But I also, again, don't have internet.
See? But no, we appreciate the hell out of everybody. If you have any ideas, any suggestions, or just, you know, you want to chit chat, you know, reach out to Billy, reach out to me, reach out to Melissa, reach out to any of your local judges. We're all there. We're all open. We're all ready to listen. And, you know, my favorite saying in the world is Base Wars is about bringing the fun back to the lanes.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it one way or another. There might be some people that don't agree with it and might not like it, but it is what it is. And we're here to have fun. And if you're not having fun, then why are you here?
Right.
And with that being said, Billy, you got anything else to say?
Nope. All good. I'm hungry.
Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Well, I say you guys and gals. Appreciate everybody. Have a great night. Bye.